Back in January, Calvary Community Church Missions Pastor Brian Field and I had the opportunity to travel to Bolivia. Tell me how long we had before they started taking off.
4 minutes.
Even though we spent nearly half of the trip in airports and airplanes, the trip proved to be worth it. Here's the story that explains why. The first morning in La Paz, we drove into town to meet up with the Compassion International team for brief introductions.
And so Angel is at the mother church still?
Megan's translating allowed for fluid conversation amongst all of us. After meeting the team and sipping coca tea to help fight the altitude, we took a longer drive up to the mother church.
Okay, Jordan, it's mango.
Okay, so it's llama, not llama. Nice. So the drive was a good time, but the real fun started when we arrived at the church.
Celestial green. Yeah, baby. Oh.
There we had the opportunity to speak with Angel, the pastor of the church in Amachuma that our church, Calvary, is supporting. Angel provides us with a brief history of the church, which is named Gethsemane, and is located in a peri-urban land called Amachuma. After Angel spent years in faithful prayer, Compassion International's church planting fund allowed Calvary to come alongside him and plant the church. And this time tomorrow, we would have the chance to visit it. Angel explains how in Bolivia, many families disintegrate due to absent alcoholic fathers, so most children are raised by single mothers. As unfortunate as that was to hear, it was encouraging to see Jesus at work, transforming lives with the gospel. From there, we were taken to a welcome assembly in the church's sanctuary. Muchas gracias.
¿Quién vive? ¡Cristo! ¿Quién vive? ¡Cristo! ¡Y a su nombre! Amen.
And while he's a big God,
Y aunque es un Dios muy grande,
I also know that he's a God that cares about the very smallest things.
sé que también a Él le importa todo, hasta la cosa más chiquitita.
And he's a God that knows us intimately and he knows us by name.
Y es un Dios que nos conoce a cada uno, hasta sabe nuestro nombre.
And that he knows each and every hair on your head.
Hasta sabe cada cabello en tu cabeza.
And that he wants to have a relationship with you.
Y que Él quiere conocerte y tener una relación contigo.
Little did I know of the magnitude such simple truths could have on these children, until we met over lunch with a few of the gap year students and spoke again with Pastor Angel and the team.
Cuando uno va, digamos, de visita, ¿no? De visita a un hogar, a veces el padre no tiene tiempo y dice al niño, cuando abras la puerta vas a decir que no está. Es una mentira, ¿no? El niño, cuando tiene que hacer la tarea, dice, no he tenido tiempo, ¿no? Cuando tiene que asearse, dice, no he tenido tiempo. Entonces, para cubrir su falta de responsabilidad, pues crea esas mentiras, ¿no? En su vida, lo que ha aprendido de los padres.
What's one lie you listen in the classroom? Yeah, I'm not important. What the Bible says. You are important. You are loved.
Yep.
Because Jesus gave his life for you. because you are important. And even the mother or teacher says you are not important, in the project, in the church, the pastor says you're important. Yeah? In that way they say, oh, this is a lie. The Bible says I'm important. And we are planting truths in them.
After the conversation, we returned to our hotel. Not by car, but this time, by using the largest public cable car transportation system in the world. The next morning, we ascended again the steep city road, but this time to visit the sister church in Amachuma. Shortly after seeing the plans for their future church building, we were welcomed into the service.
Por tanto, no se levantarán los malos en el juicio, ni los pecadores en la congregación de
Both Pastor Angel and Pastor Jung read liturgies, preached, and led the people in hymns. Then Pastor Brian was invited to the podium.
And I saw the plans of it today, and it's going to be a beautiful building.
Vi los planos hoy día y va a ser un edificio muy lindo.
But I want to encourage you all
Pero quiero animarles
that the building
que este edificio, la construcción,
is not the church,
no es la iglesia,
that we are the church.
que nosotros somos la iglesia.
You-
After the service, the people provided us with a feast of their best food for lunch. We then said our goodbyes and headed off for home visits. Here in Amachuma, we would visit two families in their homes, but the first was of special importance to Pastor Brian.
See, Judith?
Justin. Judith. Olivia. Beautiful names.
This is Judith. Pastor Brian had just sponsored her through Compassion International a week prior.
That she comes to know Jesus and that she follows Jesus with her life, and that's my hope that you all know Jesus.
Saquen todo, chicos, saquen todo.
And Judith, if you can translate this, my daughters wanted they wanted to give you a gift, and so this is from my children that they wanted you to have that.
Ese es un regalo de mis hijos, dice. Mi hija quería que te ha mandado eso, dice.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And this is for you.
Eso es
Okay, so Father, my friend would path, Lord, and flour for the chickens, chicken feed. See? Did you build this house?
¿Tú has construido esta casa, mi hermano?
Sí.
Está, mire, Judy. Saque foto.
What a blessing it was to minister to this family, to be encouraged by their faithfulness, and to learn from their contentment in a life of simplicity.
Ah, ya, sí. Send greetings to your wife.
Okay.
Como un video en sus ojos.
After a quick stop downtown for souvenirs, we took one final ride across the city to conclude our second and final day in La Paz, Bolivia.
This is incredible. One of the best features I've ever seen in a city. We are Mary Poppins. It's really incredible.
These 2 days are sure to be my most memorable yet in a foreign country. Whether you plan on visiting Bolivia or not, I hope this film moved you in some way, like it moved me.
Ah, muy bien. Dame.